Hello, welcome back. Today's learning is Captivate 12, looking at quizzes. Today, true-false quizzes. Which are actually very similar to multiple choice, which are also single choice. And so this is just a subset of a single choice, which is a subset of multiple choice. So if you watch my other video on multiple choice quizzes, it's the same thing. All right, so let's look here on the left-hand side. You have your content creation toolbar. And so up here at the top, you have your plus. Underneath all the content slides that you could add, you have quiz slides. We're going to be clicking on true, false. The only reason why you would do this manually, which you could, would be maybe if you didn't have, if multiple choice, true, false, matching, short answer, and sequence, if the kind of quiz or interaction you want to have wasn't available in that, you might do some of this elements manually, which you could through interactions and variables and a lot of stuff like that. Otherwise, even if you did that, you would get what you get by clicking true, false here. So if we click on true, false, up comes a page a lot like this. All right, so let's look at what you've got. So on this main page right here, if you click on the background of that page or slide, you're going to see a bunch of attributes and properties over here, all quiz related. Okay, so let's just start at the top and work our way down. At the very top, you're going to have, is this graded or ungraded? Ungraded quizzes are just called knowledge checks, and they just don't count towards a final result. Actual graded quizzes do count towards a final results page. When you added in your quiz of any kind, automatically it adds in this quiz results page, which you don't have to do anything for it. It's tied in together. It calculates based on right and wrong answers throughout as many quizzes as you want to have in a lesson. So that's what that is. If you don't like bulleted list, you can add numbers on there. And how many attempts would you like to give them? Just one attempt or two or three or whatever. So you can choose how many number of attempts. Because this is graded, you have the ability to apply points for correct answers and either 0 or deduct points for incorrect answers. Regardless of graded or not graded, you also have the ability to add time limits to a quiz question. And at some point, once you have your question typed in and your answers, or whatever terminology you're going to use for your answers, and this is just going to be 2 possible answers because it's true, false, you're going to click Edit Answer over here, where you can decide which one of these is the correct answer. Click Done, and you finished. That's really the hard part of doing quizzes. Just working our way down the rest of the page, there's a couple items worth mentioning. So under Design Options, this is just the general page layout. You can actually use that to get images or icons as well as just questions. So that would be what design options are for. As you scroll down the page, as with any page in a Captivate collection of slides or pages, you can always add components, and the card is just a display option. It doesn't have any functionality. You can add some quiz-specific buttons, which I recommend doing both of these. And then review mode would offer the option to have the answer displayed as well. All right, that's what that is. And if we scroll down a little bit further, you have reporting. And reporting is just whether or not this quiz counts towards that final quiz results. Since this is a demo page, I'm going to say no. All right, now, important. Feedback is vital for quizzes. There's no reason why any quiz or knowledge check shouldn't be a learning experience in itself, right? Not just evaluative of whether or not they know something. So the way that you can use that to your advantage and for the student's advantage is by anticipating common mistakes, misconceptions, and things you're expecting them to do wrong, even setting up the questions so that they do make that mistake so that you can give them feedback right there on the spot, and that feedback is always going to be the most valuable. So you get to click on, unfortunately it's not called feedback, it's just caption. So if you click on show, up comes, yay, you got it right? And so you may want to add on to that if this is correct, maybe add a little bit of information to the, like I said, sneak in some knowledge here. And then the way that you handle incorrect or retry or incomplete or whatever, there are a bunch of different states. And so they use this one text box with multiple states to give you that. So it's the same text box, and you have a correct state, which is what you're looking at right here. You have an incorrect state, which is for incorrect answers. This is where you would stick in there. You probably anticipated they would do this, which is a common mistake, and you would maybe address that in the feedback. And I think you've also got retry and incomplete and that kind of stuff in here. So that's the big stuff from quiz making. Let's go look at let's see how this looks in preview mode. So click on preview, and run this page. So the Earth is round. No, it's not. Submit. Thanks. Try again. Let's try that again. So let's go back and try this again. Clear that. It's true. Yeah, it's true. The Flat Earth Society might disagree with you, but overall they're true. So that's how it looks in the final version. So hope that helps. You can use those. See you in the next video.